Tap in, come on, already. Jesus, I love you so. Blood still flows from me. Jesus, some still don't know. The blood that you shed still flows. Come on, sing it. Jesus, I love you so. Your blood still flows from me. Crying, Jesus, some still don't know that you shed still flows. We cry, Jesus, I love you so. Your still flows from me. Crying, Jesus.
Hey everybody, this is Bryttani Renee with Iconic Magazine and Radio. I am here tonight with the Pastor Jason Bryant. We have just had such an experience of worship tonight. We are at the concert, the dual single release, Vertical Worship. When you all really understand what this whole vertical worship thing is, I'm going to ask him to explain it because I'm not going to do it. I won't do it injustice. But he will explain that to you all. This man of God is so ridiculously anointed. And I personally thank God for him. I thank God for his relationship. And I thank God for him saying yes to the call and answering to God. Yes, Pastor Jason. Oh my God, I know you just finished singing and worshiping and preaching and everything else. I know you're exhausted. But this experience, explain, how are you feeling just in this moment?
I'm feeling really good. I was just telling some people today that how we haven't done this in a while. We've been on a kind of hiatus and a lot of things going on, and so I was just anxious to get back to doing something like this again. And so I'm just feeling my worship is so vertical right now. I'm still on high.
Yes.
So it's probably gonna take me a little minute.
I think we all are. I'm still like, I need to relax a little bit.
Right.
I'm still up there. Pastor Jason is the leader of the City Troops, which is an amazing group of young people whose hearts are just so sincere and so on fire for God. Can you tell us a little bit about how the City Troops got started? Where did that start from?
Well, we started off, it wasn't even meant to go this far. Years ago at my former church, I was the youth pastor there. And it was the City of Life Christian Church, and we started our youth. I became the youth pastor in 2006. And so because I had so many young people, and many of them had gifts, talents, they could play, they could sing. And of course I'm a singer and I'm a writer, and so I was like, man, we might as well, let's just start putting a little group of us together, and we just make songs and we go and sing. Eventually, the Lord just really blessed and started opening so many doors for us that we started traveling and going different places, having major conferences, and I mean, the worship, people just started, hearing about us and bringing us in, and so that's how the group came about. Eventually, in 2000, last year, in 2013, we actually dropped the city and became just the Troops, and because we transitioned, I became a pastor last year, and so the group changed its identity a little bit. We're a lot older. Some of them are married.
Right. Congratulations. You know who we're talking to.
Right. I got 2 sets of married couples on the staff, and so the Lord just blessed, and we've been doing our thing, and so I'm just excited about where we're going.
Yeah. Well, I'm excited too, because this is just amazing. Vertical worship. Let's just talk about this whole situation for a minute, because when I saw the title, I was like, oh, okay, that's hot. Vertical worship. Yeah, that's gonna be awesome. But really go in just a little bit and explain, I guess, how God gave that to you, just to give that to us.
Last year I was preaching a series at my church, Revival, entitled Fervent Worship. It was like a 4 to 6 series preaching. And as I was preaching and teaching, the Lord just really dropped in my spirit about vertical worship as I was studying and preparing, that He really wanted His worship to stop being horizontal, where we spend a lot of times worshiping others, worshiping people, making people superstars and putting them on a platform. And that's idol worship. And what God just put in my spirit was, tell your church, tell your people that I want my worship to be vertical, that the worship must come from you and go up to where I belong. And then he just elaborated our minds even more by letting us know that he is high and that he is sitting on the throne. And because he is there, he deserves the worship and the honor and the glory that we can give him. And so what was birthed out of that was that vertical worship. And when we started getting into this whole new project thing, the Lord just said, don't entitle it nothing but vertical worship. And that is our desire, is to come and cause people to send the worship of vertical. Now look at us. We dress down. We don't have anything flashy about us. We want people to not look at us, but to see him.
Yes.
And that's what vertical worship is all about.
Vertical worship, straight up. Straight up. Where's the lump? No more horizontal worship.
Right.
That's out. No more of that. That is awesome. The dual single, Mighty God,
Yep.
Heart's Cry.
Yep.
First of all, amazing. Amazing. Those songs. When I was sitting in the concert with the event tonight, I was just kind of sitting, and that's just the way I am. I kind of just, I'm observing and just kind of listening and things like that. But that song, Mighty God, is one song that you cannot sit and just observe. You bedhead got up out your seat and went in with that worship, that song. Now, are you the writer of that song?
I wrote Mighty God, and my label mate, Lloyd Nix, wrote Heart's Cry.
Yes. Ooh, Lloyd Nix, we love him. Glory Chaser, we love him around these parts.
Yes,
that's awesome. I'm so excited about what God is doing, and I called them the City Troops because I've been following y'all for a long time. So I'm like, the City Troops. I followed y'all for a long time, but I do know that you all did drop the city and are now just the Troops, and that is just awesome. I'm so grateful and just excited for what God is doing in you all's lives. I'm excited about what God is doing with the label. Yes. I know you all just signed Jonathan Jefferson as of today, so we're super excited about that. Amazing guy. Y'all know that's my jam. I talk about it all the time. Every time I'm on this camera, I'm talking about Jonathan Jefferson, an amazing guy. These are just amazing people, young people whose hearts are just completely sold out and on fire for God, and that is something that's rare to come by. You get young people who know God, they go to church, but their relationship is not what's deep. Their relationship is not there and it's not intact. But these are young people who are going out and reaching out to other young people because they can relate. They can relate to young people. You say you all dressed down, you're not all dazzled up and doing all that extra stuff, and sometimes that is what people need to see. It's like, so I don't have to come with all this on, I could just come as I am. Yes, literally, because none of that matters. Pastor Jason, thank you so much. Thank you so much for just taking the time out. I know you're exhausted, so I'm just grateful that you gave us a minute of your time.
This was awesome.
But please tell us how we can get in contact with you. While I know CDs and things are available, how can people out there reach you?
Well, they can reach us. We're on Facebook, we're on Twitter. The Troops, just type in The Troops, STL. And that'll get you hooked up with us on Facebook and Twitter. Please follow us there, because that way it will keep you updated on what's going on and what we're doing. If you're trying to book us for anything, you can always email us at thetroops@revivestlouis.com. You can tell that's my church. ReviveST. There it is. ReviveStlouis.com. So do The Troops at ReviveStlouis.com. Don't hit me up, because you might get a little delayed response. I'm very busy. But if you hit that, then my staff will get back with you, let you know what our calendar is, and so we'll be excited to come and fellowship and just worship with you. So again, follow us on Twitter and Facebook, and we guarantee you'll be blessed.
Perfect. Awesome. Y'all heard it. Once again, this is Bryttani Renee. I am signing off. Awesome time of worship. If you do not know of this man and the Troops, you need to know of him and their music. It will bless your lives tremendously. Trust me. Y'all know I'm always looking for new music, new stuff, because gospel can get a little redundant, just a little bit. So trust me, you will not be disappointed. Once again, it's Bryttani Renee with Iconic Magazine and Radio. We'll see you soon.